Hello and welcome once again to the FwdCompatible podcast. This is episode 76 for July 21st, 2013.
13. Sorry.
Bunny
Video!
ears and
Video!
flicking me off. Mark's dancing. Jason's not even involved. He's just on his phone.
I'm my hands.
Working. Okay.
This is a
There's
rough.
dried blood in it.
I'm producing.
This is a rough start.
Hey, they have brown rice now? That's good.
Right now, yeah, they actually put it a few months ago. Panda
Gentlemen,
Express.
make sure you turn your logos away so YouTube doesn't ban us.
This is my logo. I own this.
He said with his logo out on his can.
No.
Yeah.
Have it turned that way.
Okay, maybe not. It's all like the same freaking logo on all these things at this point anyway.
Always will see Dasani commercials. I mean, water commercials.
Dasani, the one water company not owned by
Vodka.
Nestle.
Really?
Nestle owns like all of them. Ice Mountain, Pure Life. Pure Life obviously is Nestle.
Pure Life's good
This is
stuff.
Coca-Cola, isn't it?
That's Coke, yeah. Dasani owns Coke owns Dasani. They have Poland Springs, not vitamin water. But I think Smart Water. Yeah, Nestle owns like 30
All the
brands
water.
of water.
They knew where to go.
I like water,
It's good for you.
especially the wet water.
Brian,
'cause,
you
like,
are just a little quiet, so you and I have to probably be
Yeah.
just a little louder.
Speak
I
up.
will shout through the
fine.
whole podcast.
It's much better. It seems to be picking us up pretty well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a different seating arrangement in the event you're
This is weird.
you're
I'm not looking
listening.
Tony in the face.
Yeah, in the event
His
you're
beautiful eyes are over there.
in the
He's
event
gonna try
you're-
and talk. Go. Oh, please.
In the event you're listening to audio, everything's all mixed up. Usually we go in a circular fashion. We're sitting at a rectangular table today. Everybody's out of order. Jason's supposed to be here. Brian's supposed to be there. Mark's supposed to be meh.
I'm supposed to be meh. I always said it.
But I'm right meh.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you're meh.
Tony's
A little
supposed to be
bit, little bit
here.
more meh.
And he's going from his own. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now our weekly roundtable is going to be all
Weekly
It's our weekly long table.
line table.
Yeah.
The show's over. We can't do this anymore.
So how's everybody's week been?
Good. Softball season
Oh,
ended.
work's been busy.
So now you're happy, right?
I'm just kind of sad it's done. I love playing. We don't have enough people for fall ball yet. Unless Tony wants to be our home run hitter. That's all you do.
These guns stay in the holster.
What about the other gun? Hit it with that.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
Who goes next? See, I'm all fucking in shambles here.
Yeah, I know. I just
You're
jumped in
next?
there.
How was your week?
all right. Moving on.
Very entertaining.
You.
I worked a lot. Things are busy now. School's starting soon, so I gotta get things in gear.
I finally had a slower week. I had a little bit more me time. The landscaping season, although there's many months left to go, it is finally calming down a little bit. So, I'm pretty excited.
There's a wrinkle.
What are you, like, ADD?
No, that would be OCD.
Whatever. Some DD.
Trying to make sure it's pretty.
Some CDDD.
I got a CD.
Well, I suppose we could kick off the show with our weekly roundtable and catch everybody up on what we've been playing since the last time we all spoke.
Flying Tony's pen. Anyway, I started off this week. We were doing Civilization 5. We're doing Brave New World, trying that out. That was pretty fun. Because of the Steam sale, picked up Age of Empires 2 thanks to a buddy. Hi, Callan.
How you liking that?
That's pretty good. I mean, it's an oldie but a goodie. They remade it in HD, and we used to play Rise of Nations like all the time. That is probably one of my favorite team-based like RTSs. Yeah. And then we did only one game of this, which was fun, long, but whatever. I picked up Alice because we were talking about it last week with the $4.
I'm not going to
disc.
get it. My name's Mark. I'm not going to get it.
We'll
I'm
play it
not gonna
eventually.
get it.
What was that? I was actually playing the first one. Oh god, the first one. I don't know if I can stand that first one.
I love that game.
The first one, like
Yeah.
okay. I had trouble with it ish just because of how
I'm like 90% of the way through that game.
really, like the story and everything seems cool. I think it's the combat for me.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, that was like the only thing. And I did Ruse. Yeah, it's like a godlike game where you get to control 4 creatures and terraform a world and that kind of stuff.
Fucking A.
Oh, and then Halo 4. I'm god awful at it right now, and still did land terrible, died. I think I had 2 games where I was plus.
I probably wouldn't be very good at it anymore either. I haven't played it in months.
We were having a really weird issue where it was the like the custom map that they put in. They lag a lot, like server-side lag, which was awful. So that was my week.
No. Brian?
I played a bunch of stuff, but not for very long. I picked up Earthbound on the.
How did that hold up?
Oh, I love Earthbound. It's funny. It's fun. Visually, it's okay. I mean, it's a Super Nintendo game, so you're never going to get anything too crazy. But it's very funny and clever, so it's still a lot of fun. I only played for like 20 minutes because I just wanted to just make sure it works. Just checked it out. I played it before. I never finished it before, so I'm planning on actually finishing it this time. And then I picked up Attack of the Friday Monsters on the 3DS.
Sounds interesting.
It's
I gotta look at that actually.
It was there was a special. I don't know if you guys read Scroll magazine. It's done by a guy who's worked for EGM.
Sounds like it's made up.
I do it in my basement. No,
Why are you fucking lying?
And he did a special about these games that have never come to the U.S. They're called summer vacation games, where you play as a little kid on summer vacation. And it's basically like whatever the family would do on vacation, you play through. It's kind of just a little slice of life type game.
What was
Fairly
wrong with
simple.
Uno? I always played Uno during summer.
There's a card game in it. I haven't played it yet, but it's interesting. And then I played the first 10 minutes of Uncharted before I got interrupted. So I'm ready to get into that.
Wait, what did you play?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you Uncharted?
I did.
How you like it the first 10 minutes?
It was fun. The rapport between Nathan and the other girl whose name I can't remember is
Elena?
Elena. Yeah. And he mentioned Sully, and Sully flies around in the plane. That's where I pretty much left off because I got interrupted.
Oh, you just started.
I literally just
You're
started.
through the tutorial.
I don't even think I made it through the whole tutorial because I didn't get to climb on anything yet.
Not
I
like the
figured it
most
out.
tutorial the
I
series
didn't
I've
get
ever
to
had.
climb on anything yet.
There was no climbing. I barely started.
I hopped over a rock.
And then the last two things I played a little Scott Pilgrim, Jason.
Yeah.
So I was showing it to Jason. And I got Fallout 3 in New Vegas running on Windows 8, which was much more work than it should have been.
Dun, 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 dun.
on Windows 8.
On Windows 8.
Yeah, fuck Windows 8.
Was there a workaround for it, or what was
Well, I was reading the workarounds, and I tried those, and they didn't work. And then I went to Steam, and I did the check integrity of the game files.
Yeah.
And both of them failed.
Yeah.
So I re-downloaded them, and then they worked.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I don't know if you want to talk about, you got to play an Ouya.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
on
yeah.
that's on the list. That's on
Yeah.
the list here. Yeah, I went over to Brian's and touched his Ouya a little bit.
Did he
Wait, we're
ever?
talking
What
about
did he
games?
say?
I was not impressed.
Aw.
I thought we were talking about what we played this week.
Not
did
played
play.
with.
He played with, well, yeah.
I tried out a couple of games on it, and
Try it out.
it's
Yeah, go ahead.
honestly it's I mean it's cool and all. It's not something that I would buy.
Even for $100?
No,
What about $50?
No.
$5?
maybe.
$10?
I mean the reality is
$13.73.
the reality is that nothing on there I couldn't do on here, in my opinion, with the exception of the emulators, and technically there's workarounds for that anyways.
Yeah.
But I mean it's cool. I'm definitely interested to see what the Ouya next year
2
has.
and Ouya 3, it should
because it
start
has a
looking
lot of potential. It's just not there yet.
Near the next Taggart chip would help.
The third person shooter was abysmal. It was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
it? Is that
Shadow
the one
Gun?
that... Oh, I didn't really care for that one on the
Yeah.
tablet. I tried it out at the store.
Yeah.
It's not like
He
the
plays like
flagship,
Gears, but it's
it's one
on
of the
tablet.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the games that they were showing off. Like the Ouya's gonna have Shadowgun. It looks okay, but the game itself is not great.
There's a zombie one that is on there that I know is pretty fun. I liked it on my phone, but it was a phone, so I hated it.
You know, I would definitely I'd play Angry Birds on it.
$100 Angry Bird machine.
Yeah, some Plants vs
And
Zombies.
you can back me up on the controller.
There is lag. There is. Yeah.
There is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It makes it kind of hard to play some games. Some games you don't really notice it, like Shadowgun. You don't really notice it. But like, what was that League of Evil? You notice it there.
Yeah.
When you try to do double jumps
Yeah.
and stuff. And
And that game it's kind of like a
Is
Super
it-
Meat Boy type game.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah, you
and
need
it shouldn't
precision
shouldn't
in
have had it
that.
in
Yeah.
that game, and it did.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Besides that, I returned to Injustice and bought the season pass to get all 4 characters
Injustice.
and all the costume packs because I decided that I'm keeping it because I didn't get Mortal Kombat on the PS3 sale. So I'm like, to hell with it. I'll spend $30 on Injustice and get everything. I also got an update for Injustice on iOS, which now has challenges and stuff, and so I went back to that and was playing that some more. I bought Battle Block Theater this past week.
Yeah, that game's awesome.
Yeah, and too bad you can't play it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Is it an Xbox exclusive? Or?
It is. It's by Behemoth.
Behemoth, yes.
developer.
Absolutely loving that game. It was badass because, of course, I unlocked Castle Crasher Head because
Yep.
it's on my
Yeah.
Castle Crasher save. I'm
Same,
sure the same thing would happen with Alien Hominid, but I don't have Alien
Yeah,
Hominid.
like it's been.
I
love
had
that
Hominid
studio.
on the GameCube. So, along with that, I'm forgetting something, and I can't remember what the hell I'm forgetting. I was gonna mention it, and it's
DCU.
no. Right now, I'm re-downloading my entire PlayStation 3 library because we upgraded my hard drive like 2 hours ago.
What'd you put it in?
1 terabyte.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah. It's only got 931.
Is that the
gigs.
max you can put into a?
What I've seen so far,
Okay.
because I was looking.
There's workarounds, but you have to leave your PlayStation 3 actually exposed.
That's not fun.
You can actually go up infinitely. You have to have 2 wires coming. You can't seal the. What's wrong? Oh, you can't seal the PlayStation 3 the way it's supposed to be sealed.
Okay.
So you could have 2 wires running out of your PlayStation and just have any amount of hard drive sticking out. That's probably rather dangerous, dust-wise.
Yeah, no, it's never good to have just kind of exposed. So.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah.
Me?
yo, what'd you do?
Grandpa.
I played a little bit of Batman Arkham City,
Finally,
and
you started over.
Yeah, and the same thing happened.
What happened?
That happened the first 6 times I tried to play it. I don't care. The game's not. I don't know. I have to force myself one day to play it.
Listen, I sat through that garbage.
Meh.
I tried many a times. I'm also, because of a game that I'm going to talk about in a second, I went back to God of War Ascension. As you guys know, I'm doing a big cleanup these next few weeks. And this past week, the big thing that took up most of my time is I finally finished off BioShock Infinite. And
Not there yet.
me and Brian here, we did a spoiler cast for her. And that should be up
When I feel like it.
some point. Might be before the show, might be after, might be in the middle. I don't know. But look for that spoiler cast sometime this week. It's going to be under the blacklist.
Who said it's going to be this week? It's when I feel like it.
It'll be this week.
Showing up.
Oh, are you going to edit it and post
It'll be
it?
this week. Sure.
You know,
Oh, I totally forgot. You played Resistance 3, right?
I have.
Did you like it? Because I checked it out this week.
Loved it.
Had trouble getting into it.
It's a weird series, dude.
It's not even that. It's like the gameplay and the controls. It feels generic to me.
Those morphed from 1 and 2. I'm used to them.
Okay.
Can I tell you why I think? I don't know. Maybe we're different, but maybe the reason you didn't like Batman is the same reason I didn't like it. Did you really want to jump with just pressing a button and you couldn't? Did that throw you off at all?
Oh, like you wanted to just
I
hit
really
A and then
did
he
want to
jumps.
hit A and jump.
Yeah, you have to actually
You
be
have to
running
run
off.
toward a ledge and he auto jumps.
No, because that was the
No.
same way Arkham
It
Asylum
was the same way in Arkham Asylum, but for some reason when I play Arkham City, it's because you
It's
start
more
off
obvious
with
because
that
you're
town.
higher and
Yeah,
there. You're not
you-
just one story up, two stories
That's
up.
what always throws me off when I first start playing. Because I went back to it and played on the Wii U just to see how it would be on the Wii U. Because I finished it on
I
PS3.
probably got 10 hours into Arkham City.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, it's just playing the first 2 hours 5 different times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree that it's
So
it's
you've
not as good as
mastered
Arkham
I'm
Asylum.
awesome at the first 2 hours.
and here's the reason why is because Arkham Asylum was such a linear game.
Mm-hmm.
You had a set path. The open world is cool and all, but it falls into the same pitfalls that any open world sandbox game, Grand Theft Auto,
Do I actually want to see
Red Dead.
the whole
You get
city?
bored with just all right, walking around, looking at everything. Now, once you get past a certain point in the game, the environment drastically changes. So that's the cool aspect of it,
I'm gonna beat it. I just...
and that's all I want. I just want you to beat it.
No,
Just
it's not.
beat it.
Never gonna happen.
And now we're banned on YouTube.
Whatever.
You have 15 seconds.
They're not fucking paying us anyways.
Yeah,
there,
bitches.
YouTube. Yeah, that's right. There's video now.
Poor YouTube
We got Twitch. We got Ustream.
I like YouTube.
video.
We'll just
I
put
love
this
you,
shit on
YouTube.
our. I could put it right on our website.
Yeah.
So we
love
don't.
you, YouTube.
We don't need them anymore.
No, YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Don't listen to him. He's drunk.
He's drunk.
YouTube. Don't pay any attention
He's drunk
to him.
on cheese.
He's drunk on cheese.
He must have had a lot of
Scrubs.
cheese.
Some scrubs. Oh, shit. So that's all I played.
Dirty, sexy, news.
News.
News!
I really have to figure out for the video, and I got to spend some time with it because I don't know how to implement the songs into the video.
Need to make a second
Just yet?
audio track.
Don't you pause her?
No, it won't really. I mean, like
Or can't you cut to a FwdCompatible emblem,
I could.
paste that, and interject the
Yeah, I might have to make like a
dirty,
news logo.
dirty, sexy.
I'm gonna play with it. I mean, this is.
How
This
about
is all-
Mark just going like this?
all slow
Dirty,
motion?
dirty, sexy.
Who do you think I am?
News.
A whore for the camera?
Now we're banned.
No, I've seen worse on YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we're still playing around with all the video stuff. I got to sit down and
I'm
actually.
not. I'm done with the news.
with the video.
Nothing happened this week at all.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything good.
It
Yeah,
was Comic-Con. It was all fucking TV.
Yeah, it was
Speaking
all
of-
Comic-Con.
the new Godzilla movie that's coming out next year. It looks like Godzilla. He doesn't look
Oh,
like
man.
that
Wait,
shitty
so
American thing.
it's not like an iguana being chasing.
No,
Matthew
it's
Broderick
like
around
he
the
looks
room?
like he looks like that.
Did
He looks like that. And they announced the Superman 2.
they,
I have
has
mixed
anyone ever
feelings
told him
on
he's got
that.
some growths on his back? I mean, that's
Yeah, he's always had those spikes back.
Do you really want Superman weighing down your next Batman movie?
Well, that's the thing. Well, here
You
okay,
got
here-
Superman in my Batman.
No, you got Batman in my Superman.
no, don't say that.
It's
Said
world's
no one
finest.
ever.
It needs to happen.
I agree that they can do a good story together, but A, they didn't establish enough Superman stuff yet, I feel like. B, and this is a personal thing, Zack Snyder is a great cinematographer, but he is not a great storyteller.
Zack Snyder is very good at adapting graphic novels, and this has a direct influence from The Dark Knight.
I have no idea who
Returns.
Zack Snyder is.
The guy who did Superman and did 300.
And Watchmen.
Yeah.
Now,
300.
it's interesting because I had a friend who complained about Watchmen. I mostly liked Watchmen. I thought it was fairly faithful, but he brought up a really good point, and it is something that Zack Snyder did wrong. It's not the Manhattan thing at the end. It's that he punched through
Spoilers.
I know, right? This guy.
Go to
the wall. The
Manhattan.
movie's like 2 years old.
You do one
And the
spoiler
comic is
cast
like-
of him, and he just
the comic's
he
like
just
everywhere.
lets it
Everywhere.
fly
The
on the
comics from
internet.
the 80s.
Yeah.
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 Either way.
But visually, he is very good visually. He makes very striking visuals. Sucker Punch was not a good movie.
No, that movie
No.
was awful.
No.
And Man of Steel, visually awesome, but there are plot holes in
See,
it.
I was smarter than you and
Some-
didn't
some-
see it in the first place.
Without spoiling, because I haven't seen
Netflix,
Man
my
of
good
Steel, but
friend.
I know what happens.
All right.
You're a simple.
forget
You're a
it.
simple B button away from exiting all your mistakes on Netflix.
Because of how it ended,
Mm-hmm.
that's why Batman's going to come in.
That's cool, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Batman.
And my problem with
Batman.
Man of Steel is not the ending.
Yeah.
It's-
Is it hobo Clark Kent?
No,
Just
that's-
wander in the
no,
Northwest?
That's not a problem for me at all. I think that's really cool. I like that. I did not like a scene where one person was invited onto the ship and I have no idea why. That's
Okay.
all I'll say.
Okay.
Like, why? Who cares about this person? Why do they care about this person?
Okay.
That's it.
So, we ready for the news then?
News.
News!
Godzilla!
All right, this is.
Godzilla! Oh, look! There's Godzilla!
No, it's not.
Should we have our mouths moving like a million
Yeah,
miles?
I can throw the sink off for
Yeah.
a minute. Yeah.
It's just like, what do you think, Mark?
News.
All right, that works.
He's too young. He's too young.
No, I've seen that.
He's like, yeah, I saw that movie with Matthew Broderick. It was awesome.
Matt, who?
Godzilla had some babies. Had the guy from The
Remember that?
Professional in it.
I know.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Jean
really?
Reno,
No,
that
it's-
guy's always.
He's
been
like, I was 5. I remember those Taco Bell commercials.
I can't say
think I
news
need a
many
bigger
more
box."
times.
News.
My favorite person on TV, Trey Parker, during a Comic-Con panel this week, said the script for the upcoming South Park game is 850 pages. That's more pages than I've read in the last...
30 years.
Give me a minute. Yeah!
Really?
Oh, no, I mean, it's probably been like 4 or 5. I probably haven't read that much.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
I'll probably that boat.
Wow.
I read during high school, but the only things I've read since is like
I read
Hunger
everything on the.
Games.
I don't read books. I read like articles on the internet now. And those you get through in 20 minutes.
I just finished a fantastic book 2 weeks ago. It was wonderful.
I am thinking of picking up The Road though now.
The
That does you
The
played
Road.
through.
Last
Last of
night.
Us?
I
Yeah.
want to read The Road now.
I have to read.
Ellie
finish the
isn't in
passage
it.
first.
It's a dude.
Damn it! I know it's a guy and his
It's
son. I
two
know.
dudes.
It's dude on dude.
Anywho, he also said that during the upper management meeting right before Comic-Con, they actually wanted to make all the extra content DLC, and Trey Parker responded with, "Fuck that."
That's what I'm talking about.
I loved it.
The man is awesome because they wanted him to shave down his game. He's a fucking gamer. I mean, if you watch South Park, he's constantly referring to video games. Those guys, both him and Matt Stone, love video games, and they know how bad it sucks.
Yeah.
When you withhold content and fucking slap it on as DLC. It's good that somebody's taking a stand.
There's another good piece of news to that. Do you have the other piece?
Oh, what were you gonna say?
That the stuff that got cut from the game that they couldn't fit into it is becoming actual episodes.
Oh yes,
not
I heard
sure
that. They're not sure. That's the only reason. They
One way or another,
thinks-
He said it was gonna be really hard to.
What he
but-
said is he thinks it'll be hard to integrate it into the season, but they'll do like what was that, the Cartman?
I don't know why he just didn't cut it in half and make 2 games then.
Well, he also
They
said
can't even put out one.
It's not his fault
not his
THQ went
fault.
under.
I'm just saying.
He also said he didn't want to split up the game by putting it on TV as well, so people. He doesn't want them to feel lost throughout the game
No,
because they didn't see the
that's why I
episode.
said maybe like a standalone DVD.
Yeah.
You know, like what they did with that Cartman special thing. I know they aired that on
Really?
TV, but
Okay.
they did a Cartman thing also.
Okay. Anywho, moving on. Next year's NCAA football will not be called NCAA.
Nope.
They actually did, like, the next day come up with a new contract with the CFL, I believe is what it's called.
CLC.
CLC, there you go. And it still will feature over 150 colleges, all the bowl games, the conferences. Anything NCAA will be taken out still.
Yeah, so it's going to be, EA college football is what it's going to be called.
Basically, presented by Sports Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, there's that. Ubisoft CEO Yves,
Don't
for
even
the sake
try.
of fucking up names, Guillemont, said some retailers are reporting pre-orders for this generation of consoles are almost double of what they were last generation.
I think that has a lot to do with the anticipation, the internet, and the length of this fucking generation. I mean, the Xbox, how the original Xbox, or I mean the 360, came out like 4 years after the
Yeah.
original Xbox launch.
Yeah.
I mean, people weren't like clamoring for a new powerful system like they are now.
And the PS3 was very expensive at launch.
You know what gets me is like, you don't hear this coming from Microsoft or Sony. You hear it from a fucking developer. Like, how do they know? I mean, what are they walking into GameStops or Best Buys going, hey, how many pre-orders you got?
Well, this guy's CEO of Ubisoft, I think, would be able to see the reports from retailers coming in at least.
Grumpy Cat's not impressed.
So I don't remember whoever
I mean,
said
I'm not
this.
saying it's not true, but I'm just saying, like,
I think it's a lot of pre-orders, man.
Oh, I agree.
Like the
Yeah,
I'm
numbers,
just saying-
Well, I
the
think-
numbers
I think
that
they
were coming
planned
out from
for it.
individual retailers.
I'd buy it more if it came out from the CEO of GameStop or Best Buy rather than this jackal.
Well, they won't say until their quarterly reports are out. But
Yeah.
if you look at the number of pre-orders they were taking, at least for the PS3, they were way higher than what they took for the Xbox 360 and the PS4 pre-orders. Because they're taking a lot more pre-orders than they did the year before.
Did
Or
you
the
ever-
generation
I think they're
before.
a lot better prepared, and they
Yeah.
also knew that these price points were going to be well responded to, as opposed to the slow integration that happened with the PS3, where only the elite were able to get the PS3 at first.
Yeah.
And then, it became a more reasonable price where more and more people latched on. This has a very attractive price point from the beginning. So I think it's going to lure a lot of people to, bite the bullet quickly.
Did anyone at your store tell you that during the, I think it was like 2 or 3 weekends ago, where we had unlimited pre-orders on PlayStation 4? Basically, Sony worked out a deal with GameStop where they gave us unlimited pre-orders for an entire weekend. Actually, it extended it to like
72
longer
hours
than that.
period,
It even went longer
They
than that,
expanded it
actually.
for like a full week.
And basically, any of those that were like they didn't have extra stock for, they were going to take them out of Walmart's, Best Buys, Targets, any of the big retailers, and they were going to give them to GameStops, which is interesting. I don't
Because
know.
they're guaranteed sales, whereas they'll sometimes just sit at a Walmart or a Best Buy or something like that.
Yeah.
They'll sit in storage. They may not even be out on the floor.
I'm
They'll
curious
sit
what
in
my
the
store is up
warehouse.
to. I should check tomorrow at work.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, it was like,
We never actually hit our entire goal. Like we had over 100, and we never even got there.
oh really?
Yeah.
I checked after 2
They
or 3
stopped
days
it.
after E3, and we were already at like 120 something PS4s
Damn.
and like 40 Xbox Ones. This was like weeks ago. The last
Yeah.
time I checked.
Yeah, well, I mean, they stopped it weeks ago as well, so.
Completely off topic, but it popped into my head. Next week is the deadline for your quiz for Tony's Uncharted Challenge.
Okay.
Just
It's got a week. He knows this.
You got a week to compile your multiple choice questions.
Multiple choice. It's so easy. What a dick.
That's what it's been since the start.
Okay, I don't remember. I trust you. I'm just saying it's so easy.
They're documented on Facebook.
Just saying.
Are we moving on? Next story?
Gotta give you the answers.
Next story. I don't
Some
remember
quiz.
whoever actually guessed this would happen. It might have been Masas, actually. I don't even remember, with the Pokemon having the little Skylander-like figurines.
Yeah.
And they did announce this August 29th it is coming out, and it's launching with 18 characters. GameStop exclusive, and like I said, $4.
Why only 18?
'Cause
they've
they've
got a roster of what, like 600
Yeah,
fucking
600
Here's
Pokemon
why.
now?
So they can spread it out. The same stupid thing they do with the Virtual Console. But they have like 8 trillion games, and they do like one every other week.
So stupid.
They space their stuff out too much.
Yep.
I mean, there's one thing when you're a toy collector and you have to wait for the second and third series, but like these are figures for a fucking game.
Who's gonna be able to afford 600 fucking figurine? They're gonna be so hard to find, so hard to stock, so hard to
That's the
ship and
supply and demand,
manufacture. And
That's
Well,
I
the
think
other question is whether GameStop wants to host all that stuff, because I remember when GameStop used to sell toys, and it was a mess.
They're doing it again. They're doing it.
again?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they're
a little
not
bit,
the
not
same
as
hardcore
big.
levels they used to with all remember we used to get all those stupid McFarlane
The
toys?
McFarlane's.
And nobody would buy anything but the variants, and everything else would sit on the shelf.
After they tried the GameStop Kids this past holiday season, I guarantee you every GameStop's going to have all that shit again this year.
Okay,
Watch.
interesting.
That'll cost them like $2,400 or so after buying all the characters. I mean, yeah, you're talking about a very small percentage that would ever even touch all those, but
Well, what they could do is just do like random in a box. So
Like
you never know what
hero-
you're
like
gonna
the
get,
hero
oh,
toys.
that'd be even worse.
Well, but then you know that
Then
you
you
get
get
the
doubles
and
I guess.
triples.
yeah, you
and
get the trading with among friends. You get never knowing what like you get more
GameStop
varied
takes trade-ins on
libraries.
Skylanders.
We used to.
For yeah,
Very short period, yeah.
But if they make them cheap and make them random, make them like $2 instead
Yeah.
of $4 and make them random, I think they could sell a lot more because kids will want to get more and they'll trade with their friends, just like baseball cards back in the day.
Exactly.
The other thing is this is only on the Wii U.
Well, that's what's going to hold them back. Yeah.
Exactly.
But the Wii U has a sensor right in it for those things. The
That's
Wii U
how they're going to
pad,
work it.
Yeah,
Because
has built
it's
in
actually
NFC.
not a physical release game. It's a download game August 29th, and then the characters will be stocked.
It's coming out on my
Then.
birthday. I'm not buying it.
It's
I
coming up
think he
days
wants it
after
for
my
his birthday. We should go buy him all 18.
Yeah. Please don't.
I think we have to now.
You'll be wasting your money, and I will feel like an asshole.
Oh, thanks.
Which really makes you want to buy it more, doesn't it? Don't do that.
just to shame him.
Take up some of your shelf
Now
space.
play with it
We're gonna watch you.
and kiss.
You try to walk out. No. You're not going out. But the birthday cake. No.
His birthday cake's just got 18 Pokemon figures on it.
I mean, butter opens the. Oh my God! I hate every one of you.
Guys, I have to go to the bathroom. Sit down and play.
Just his Wii U tablet just stuck right in the middle of the cake, all caked up and everything. Play it with the cake.
This feels awful. This will never come out. Moving on, the lawsuit of the week. Viacom has been ordered to pay basically $300 million to Harmonix in outstanding bonuses. Viacom took over, I believe it was in 2008 or 9.
MTV, and then they dropped.
Yeah.
Drop it. Yep.
Yeah. So they got paid $300 million. I like to keep these lawsuits of the week going, and they come in frequently.
Good job to Harmonix. Get your fucking money.
Get your money.
Got to get paid, son.
Sexy news of the week, as long as no one else has something else to say.
Yes.
Wow, that's it.
Earth on a Virtual Console.
How did you not bring up the biggest video game news story from Comic-Con?
What was it? Firefly?
The World of Warcraft
Movie?
teaser trailer for the movie.
Whatever.
You're the WoW guy.
I used to be. Who cares anymore?
Alright, fair enough.
At this
I mean,
point,
I
they-
don't really care.
Only
I
like
just-
6 million people still play WoW, guys.
most of them are in Asia.
Wait, WoW or World of Tanks?
World
Wow.
of Warcraft.
Warcraft.
Damn it! Thank you.
That's WOT. If you
That's why I was like, why are you guys calling World of Tanks WoW?
No, wow.
No, World of Warcraft, the movie.
They've been trying to make
Okay, I
that
thought you
movie
said
since
World
I
of
used to
Tanks.
play, so I don't care anymore.
No.
And I haven't played in a long time.
That's what. Remember
Was
when I was
really
like, I played
confused.
something
Oh,
else,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
remember what it was.
Did you like it?
It's okay. It's not bad.
It's made here in Chicago.
Yeah, you're gonna try it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good deal today. Forgot about that. We'll see.
I mean, I guess I don't. I mean, it's open beta, so I guess I could talk about it. It's pretty fucking cool. You know, they only give you like 2 tanks and like 1 map.
What do they give you? I'm just wondering.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
One's a Russian, one's an American.
Tier 1s or? I'll have to look at it. We'll see.
One is Russian,
It had some
one is
numbers and some
American.
letters.
Russians are overpowered. It's great.
Yeah, so
In a way.
you know,
Sometimes.
it has potential. Looks cool. Graphically, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I was surprised when
Pretty.
I saw the gameplay of it. I was like, that's awesome. That's
I mean, that's probably why it's so small of a file. It's only, like I said, I only seen 1 map.
Yeah, they
So-
did this huge update like last year, and they roll them out like every map gets redone every few months, and like they're going from like the graphics to the okay, that looks awesome
No,
now.
it looks
so
really good.
I'm happy for him.
Well then, I guess it's time for. All right. Oh God.
Is it time for,
Pinch my nipples.
Jimmo!
Gmail.
Got a yappy dog in this room. Yappy dog.
I told you I was
We should do
going
a
to morph it.
Samcast.
Sam Cass.
I agree, Sam.
I agree. He is a douchebag.
I could probably get him to make that no noise that he does every once in a while. All right. You got it out of your system?
No.
Thank you. Okay. Tom's our buddy who's a huge NHL fan.
Me
And
too.
He asked us a couple months ago if we had any news about NHL 14. He's asking us again. He said, I'm going to keep bugging you guys because he knows that you guys are huge hockey fans.
Yes.
Until you give him some information.
Well, now we know that Martin Brodeur is on the cover. And we also
Didn't see
know...
that coming actually.
Me neither.
Yeah, I thought it was all about Bobrovsky.
It's about 20 years too late. We also know that it is not coming to Next Generation for the 14th anniversary. And we also know that included, as I don't know if it's a pre-order bonus or some
I believe it's just coming.
some form of an online pass, there's something called 1994 mode.
It's the second time they're
And
doing it.
94 NHL's probably the best hockey game ever made.
Exactly.
And it's not a true... They basically up-resed NHL 94.
Well, no, they're using the same graphics engine, but they're keeping the sound engine from '94.
Yeah, and that's that same top-down view and the same rosters.
Was that the Senator from '94?
Yeah. Like all the sounds are like the ooh,
Yeah.
ah.
When you get like hit, you check
It's
somebody
good.
over
Trust
the
me,
boards and stuff.
it's awesome. I'm
It's good
so
stuff.
it's great that they kept that.
The fights look
I
a
almost
little
would've-
bit like they used to because I saw some of the.
No blood.
Make sure to point
Okay.
the logo away.
They actually asked about that. I watched them play half
It
hour
looks
of it
good.
already.
It looks good. Yeah,
they
I
took
watched
out
them
the-
play a bunch of it too.
It's funny though, with that, they actually took out the physics engine for. Well, they didn't take it out; they toned it down, I should say. They put in a new physics engine last year in the '94 mode. They basically just kind of completely removed it, so it feels a lot more like it used to. I don't know. I wish they would have kept with the. I like they did an emulator in I think it was 2006 or 2008. I remember it was a even number one. They actually did '94 on there. It was like an emulated version. It played all right, but the real thing I wish they would have done with it is instead of the single player mode of it, I would have do like an online thing with it. I think that would have been sweet.
Well, this one doesn't even have a season mode in it.
Yeah, it just
You can only play exhibition, so it's
Yeah.
like they're still not fucking getting it right.
it's nice,
But
but
it's
it's
to
just like
indicate
people
the
play
twen-
it once or twice, I think, and probably just wish it was still just '94.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the 20-year anniversary of NHL 94, which is why they're including this in the NHL 14. Aside from that, I don't really have any insider info. That's what's been announced so far. We're just waiting.
With the fight engine. They had the team who did Fight Night do it. If you don't know that already, and
Which fight night?
19.
Good point. It had to be Champions because the Chicago studio doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
I
they
don't
got-
know
they
who
got-
did Champions. Champions was well received though.
Yeah.
They had that. They added in the FIFA collision system and upgraded that. What's kind of cool what EA is doing right now in a way is that a lot of the things that FIFA is doing is just being thrown into every one of their games.
Just
so-
pouring it out.
But you know, FIFA's got a really good development team behind it, so I'm okay with it right now.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Gabe Busto.
What's up,
Gabe?
Gabe?
asked, what is your favorite online spoof of a video game? He actually sent us like 5 questions. He's like, just spread them out throughout your shows for the next couple of weeks. So
Excellent.
This is the first one.
That was supposed to be a secret.
Second one, yeah, whatever. So what is your favorite online spoof of a video game? For me, something that Brian showed me, and then I was on the Xbox and found all of them, not on YouTube, but actual on Game Trailers TV app. It's what you playing, Ash?
Oh, hey Ash, what you playing?
Yeah. Hey Ash,
Oh,
what
I
you
love
playing?
Hey Ash, what you playing?
Yeah. And it's the chick who does the voice of Tiny Tina from
And her
Borderlands
brother,
2.
who's the writer for
Yeah, and her
Borderlands
brother
2.
who's the writer. And it's like them parodying whatever she's playing. Like they do it in Arkham one, and she's running around with a Batman mask. She takes shaving cream and draws a bat symbol on the floor and is watching her brother waiting to step in it with a pen. So she's sitting there in the corner with a pen with the mask on, and she's like... And he's like, he puts his foot towards it, looks at her, steps away, and he's throwing batarangs, and then he paints up it as the joke. It's actually pretty fucking funny. And then she does a whole one where like she goes in to do voice recording for Borderlands.
Yeah.
And she punches Gabe. What's the guy's name from Gearbox?
Randy Pitchford.
Randy Pitchford.
Randy Pitchford. She punches him in the nuts. Yeah.
Poor Randy Pitchford.
She also predicted Nintendo Land like a year in advance.
Yeah, and then got mad, and like she walked into the Nintendo E3 booth and pulled out a gun. She did this with her hands, and it's her dad.
Yeah,
Right. He
yeah.
comes in and he's like, "No!" She's like, "It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous."
Yeah.
So that would probably be mine.
Yeah.
Followed closely by that British guy who reviewed Skyrim and called all the dragons Godzillas. I watched him at your house
Talking about zero punctuation?
with those little stick
Zero
figures.
punctuation is
Yeah.
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying Nuka Break.
First of all, I don't know why you're
sorry.
looking at me. I'm not next. Second of all, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You go. No, you go.
Okay. I enjoyed Nuka Break, which is a lot of fun. It's a
We need
Fallout
little
fan
cards
film.
with numbers.
I also enjoy... I enjoy the angry video game nerd who doesn't. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Shows... Gaming... Those are probably the biggies for me. The
Okay.
Guild is fun. The Guild is about people who play an MMO.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, if you're going with that, I guess Red vs. Blue or Freeman's Mind would be. Freeman's Mind is actually probably one of my favorite spoofs of Half-Life 1. That thing's pretty awesome. Sadly, he hasn't really put out much lately. Otherwise, I was gonna say if it's like people like making YouTube videos, I have to say Angry Joe's really funny. If you know him, so
No.
yeah, it's pretty easy.
Rooster Teeth did a really funny City of Heroes one a couple years ago with Captain Amazing or Captain Awesome or something. They even came out with an awesome button. Yeah.
I actually have my all-time favorite. Now that you mentioned them, I was like, I knew they did it, but it was the immersion one. It was how do you hold like a game player's inventory, and they weighed him down with every 9
Really?
guns and stuff like that. Had him do like an obstacle course, and it
Nice.
was pretty funny.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Mine's either Bro Team or Sanity Not Included. Probably Sanity Not Included.
Love
It's
those guys.
but they're both really good.
Funny enough, the guys who I was watching YouTube, they're the new people who got added this season. That's who I always watch on YouTube.
My girlfriend showed me one. It's a little blue, like a little green stick figure and a little red stick figure, and they reenact video game shit too. I gotta find out what it is.
Okay.
They're fucking hilarious. It's 2 little stick figure guys, and they just arguing.
And Two Best Friends Play is funny too.
I haven't watched them in a
I've
while.
seen, yeah, that's
but
the one where they're
Yeah.
just yelling the whole time, right? Yeah.
Kind of like Game Grumps. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's 2 guys yelling at each other while they play games.
Epic mealtime.
It's not about gaming, is it?
Bacon strips.
Matter. It's epic mealtime.
That's true.
Bacon strips.
Nice. All right, Andrew Dillon.
What's up, Andrew?
Also, Andrew, let me know if you received your surprise gift in the mail that I FedExed to you on like Thursday.
You probably wouldn't have got there by now.
Well, by
Maybe by the
this
time he
goes
hears
up,
the
that's
show,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's 2-day shipping. I sent it out Wednesday, so it should have been there Friday. He's asked, what made Fable 3 such a bad game? What changed from Fable 2? And were there any redeeming qualities of Fable 3?
Okay. It wasn't as bad as we make it out to sound, okay? I hated it because it changed everything that made Fable 1 and Fable 2 good. It wasn't a bad game by itself. They should have just called it Dynasty
Generic
1.
fantasy
Generic,
adventure.
role-playing adventure thingy. Not Fable 3.
What about Fable the Journey? What did they just call it that?
You leave.
But, I mean, Fable 2 is like, I don't know, everything about it was better. There's nothing that... Fable 3 had that Fable 2 already didn't do. That's the weird thing. Movies and video games are different like that. Usually with movies, nothing in a series will beat out the first one because by definition alone, a sequel is an inferior product. With video games, you typically have it the other way around, whereas the series goes on, the later games are supposed to get better because you're having better understanding of the technology you're working on, and you're able to implement better looking graphics, better looking
Flesh out the characters and stories.
Yeah, a better menu system. You learn the mistakes you made in the earlier games in the series, and you improve upon them. So, and I think video games is the only thing that does that. So you're supposed to always move forward, and it's one of the
Forward.
compatible.
Backwards compatible.
But I don't know. It's just it's a sad state of affairs. That's what Fable 3 is.
I was really trying to sit here and remember Fable 3, and I guess that's part of it, is I really don't remember much of Fable 3.
Isn't that the problem?
Yeah.
It's unmemorable.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like halfway through you become king and like you have unlimited gold and shit, you know, and then you
Unlimited gold.
and then you fight the big bad at the second half. It was really short,
Austin Powers.
but I mean, that's all I really remember about it, to be completely honest. Did you do Fable 3?
Yeah, I did Fable 3. I unfortunately didn't do Fable 2, though. I did the first and then the third.
Fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of things. I do want to do a blacklist on that.
But then you didn't even play it before you got rid of your fucking 360. Oh.
No, Fable. What? Fable 2?
2.
I can get it on PC.
I'm so... No, it's not PC.
No, maybe it's just Lost Chapters I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in you, sir. You lost a notch. You
That's fun. I literally I had trouble like
Minus
getting into
one.
Fable like ever-ish. So
I don't care.
It was the
Fable
combat
2.
for me that I didn't care for.
It's
So
Fable 2. I mean, Fable 2 is like the fucking fantasy RPG equivalent of Halo 2.
so anyway, Fable 3. I just
No,
couldn't
okay.
really get into
You
the
can't-
combat,
No.
and then buying everything was fun. I like buying stuff.
You're done. Did
I
you
didn't
play?
play
That's
Fable 2 or 3. I played Fable 1 for a while and then stopped and then never had interest in it really.
Fair enough. Moving on. Tony's making faces.
Looking at stuff on the interwebs.
Winwebs.
Pornhub?
They have that on phones now?
Yeah, mobile version.
Oh my goodness.
Brendan Joyce.
Subby.
He asked, what is your best suggestion for a $5 Xbox Live or PlayStation Network game? Ooh, look at that. I caught him off guard.
Fuck,
I wasn't
$5.
fucking...
Yes.
I wish it was 15.
There's a bunch of good stuff. What is it? Some of the Battlefield-backed companies to be under 5.
No, that's not a PlayStation
Xbox
Network or an
Live.
Xbox Live game. I'm like...
You're slutty.
That's
Slutty.
like a games on demand game.
If you were limited to $5, I would get what?
I did the $5.
You did a
foot long
$5
thing.
foot long.
I would get the Mortal Kombat Legacy. MK1, MK2, and MK3 all wrapped up. You get some pretty achievements / trophies. Things only at 5 bones.
There is the Impossible game. That's $1, $2, I think. $2. $5. So I'm just thinking what I've bought for that cheap. Cheap bastard.
Fuck you,
I don't
man.
know what's that cheap, but
Yeah, it's hard.
$10 would be easier too.
Yeah, $10
Lot of
and
good
you get a
$10
bunch of it.
here we go. Here's a list of games.
Under $5?
Well, it's all, but I'll sort it by price. if I
Price.
can.
It'd be a lot. Like if you're on the Xbox, I believe you're almost not exclusively, but 90% of them are going to be the indie game section.
There we go.
I don't remember how much not Hot Shots. The mini golf game on Xbox is. I think that's
mini
$5.
golf, Avatar mini golf or something like that.
No.
Hey, Mark.
it's better than
Poker Night 2 is $5.
We're going to the inventory.
Yeah.
Really, that's a fun
If you like
game.
poker, I'd say it's good, worth it. I mean, it's got good characters.
Except,
Does
Ashes and voice
Yeah,
by
I was
Bruce
saying, it doesn't
Campbell.
have Bruce Campbell, but
Yeah.
it does have the other original
Patrick
voice
Warburton.
actors.
What's that?
Patrick Warburton is in it though, as Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Mass Effect 1 was $5 the other day, but he said a good deal.
That's a
Ah,
good deal. That's
My
a good
bad.
game, man.
My bad.
That's a good game.
Well, for $5,
Crystal
you can
Quest
buy
and
the
Geometry
comic
Wars.
book version of Mass Effect 1 so you don't have to play it and
That's
just make
true.
the decisions.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Do
Crystal
they make one of
Quest
those for 2 and 3?
Yes. Well, for 2. but not for 3.
The best option is to wait until there's a really good sale on some badass games. Outside of the $5 mark, I do most of my downloadable games on Xbox because I've had that the longest. Trials, Castle Crashers, Plants
if
vs.
Smash
Zombies.
TV was on there, I would give you that in an instant.
Yeah.
It's the best 400-point game. Sadly, Midway doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's
So
off
those would be a couple
Yeah,
of
I'd
the quick ones off.
If it was everything, I'd go with like probably Journey is your best bet.
Has that ever gone on sale yet?
Oh yeah, sure. Hey, Fatal Fury Special.
Isn't like X-Men Arcade like $5?
It goes on sale. It's $10.
Is it 10?
It could be one or the other. Yeah.
I mean,
Fable pub games.
we have Walking Dead, all of them, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
if you
an
want to
hour or
spend
two.
$5 repeatedly.
Well,
Guardian Heroes.
actually,
Marble
if-
Blast Ultra would be great. Also,
If you guys want to be technical, you get Walking Dead Episode 1 for free. It's still free.
yeah, it is.
And
Well,
then
it's
you
'cause
buy
you need it.
You buy Part 2 for $5. You're almost halfway there. Almost halfway there.
Yeah.
We ready to move on?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
suppose we are.
2
Magnus
games. not much.
asked. He said, "What is your favorite fighting game character besides Sub-Zero?"
See, why people got to do that shit? Why they got to single out the Toadster? That's some bullshit.
He's gonna be like, Frost.
I will go with Wolverine from Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Brian, you're the one rocking the fighting game shirt.
I am, aren't I?
Did you
Yes.
point that and give everybody a little picture? Right?
Well, check it out, guys. It's Balrog or M. Bison, if you want to get really, really crazy about it. And it's Vega or Balrog. So it's Balrog on both sides. Okay, I'm done.
For anyone who understood that, more power to you.
It depends to play or just in general. Because, there's just so many.
I got mine.
Okay, go for it.
Ratchet from PlayStation
Ooh,
All Stars
fuck
Battle
'em.
Royale.
Saw it coming.
I have a timely one. There's a character that I'm very sad was removed. It's going to be a Soul Calibur 2 HD remake. But because it's not coming to any Nintendo platforms, you won't be able to play as Link.
Yeah.
That's
well.
really too bad.
Yeah,
because
he was badass in that
He was
game.
really good in that
Like when they
game.
announced that game at
made
Comic-Con,
perfect sense.
I was like, yes! I'm like, wait a minute. No!
Yeah.
No Link!
I like Kirby and Smash Brothers because I suck you. Oh, and take your powers. I'm sorry.
Here's what I
Now
would
you
say.
just went back up a notch just because you said, I suck you.
Here's what I would say. My favorite fighting game character to watch is Chun-Li in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Okay.
Because her animation is fantastic. You know, they
You're
always
just like them big thighs.
They are like thunder thighs. I will hear
She
you
is
that.
she is the epitome of thunder thighs, but that's not why. When you watch her move, like in other games, like she's this cool fighter or whatever, and she's really quick. But there's enough animation to show you like the fluidity of her movements. So when you see her move in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and they have like crazy amounts of animation, and it's like everything about her just looks fantastic. Like it just looks fantastic. Like, everything's very smooth and. Yeah, they have Elena who's doing the capoeira, but like Chun-Li just looks fucking awesome. Whenever I play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, I don't play as Chun-Li, but whenever I have the option to fight her, I pick her. Because I like the way she looks when she fights.
My default answer is a lot of I love Scorpion. I've loved Scorpion since I played as him as a kid. Besides that though, I love Doink the Clown in WWF arcade games. He was fun. It's ridiculous. But
Should we upload these to the
as stupid simple as he is to pick up and play, I've always loved Eddie/Tiger from Tekken.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's so
He's
much
an
fun
easy
pissing
win,
people
yeah.
off. He's an easy win, but if you actually take the time to play as him and learn his moves, you really fucking piss people off.
Yeah, he's fun.
I actually...
There's that guy with the stretch arms too from Street Fighter. He was
Dawson?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Way to jump in there and
he
be
pissed people
completely
off.
irrelevant.
Yeah, he pisses people off too. That's what made me think.
Magneto.
Oh, Magneto. What about that Mango Sentinel?
Sentinel. You just picked my 3 that I usually used to use, alright? Wolverine to jump across the screen, everyone else just to stay the hell away and shoot.
I loved playing as Mega Man or Surfbot.
I had it was Ryu and Strider in Marvel vs. Capcom, and it became Ryu, Gambit, and then rotating for my third character in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But Marvel vs. Capcom 3 I just could not get into. I hated the control switch that they did.
How did you miss that news story? Strider's coming back.
Yes! That's going to be awesome, hopefully.
He's like, what's Strider?
Strider 2
I don't
is
know
only
what
okay.
that is.
Strider's
What the fuck is
awesome.
that? I don't do fighting games. Sorry.
It's not a fighting game.
Down.
It's Strider. Who's a Strider?
You can knock Jason down.
Actually, Strider was. I know what Striders are. They're in Half-Life 2. They're the things that walk around with the huge legs. Got it. I know what we're talking about. They're coming back. That's great.
And Brian leaves. He's like, fuck this, I'm going home. All right.
Surprised you didn't pick Batman.
Because he's not really that great of a fighter. I mean, like, what fighting game? Injustice.
Batman's.
And then,
Batman
Go to.
DC.
There was that Super Nintendo one back in the day with all the DC characters. It was a horrible game, I know.
but yeah, I mean, he's not my favorite fighter in Injustice either.
Who
Like-
is?
Joker.
Good question. No, Joker's actually really difficult to play with as too.
I like Joker.
I actually really like Flash and Aquaman. Really, just because Aquaman fucking stabs you with a trident,
You can do
a
funny
shark.
things under the table. I just realized.
Okay.
Where's the distraction?
Just
sometimes?
to be clear, to keep you guys focused, there's still an audio version of this that goes out every week.
No.
Yeah, but I gotta play to my YouTube audience now.
That's what we always did. There was a lot of jokes that nobody understood because they weren't on video.
That's for all the girls
Just call it
watching.
part 1, nudity with Mark.
Nick Kuntz correctly answered our Impoverished Geek question of the week last week. The answer was the Dreamcast.
Yes, it was.
Congratulations, good
So
sir.
he got 2 humble bundles.
2!
And literally like 2 minutes,
Two!
2 minutes after he responded, Metro Android responded also. So I'm gonna send him out a gift also.
Consolidation prize.
Yeah.
Guess them half an indie bundle. Well, some of the games, no CD keys.
Demos. We send him links to demos.
No, we got something cool for you too, bro.
Lysios actually mentioned that he actually only lives a couple hours away from us. He just realized that now. So
No,
next
there you
time you're up north, swing on by.
He should totally come on the show.
You should. I mean, he's like 8 hours away, but
I was 8 a couple.
he's in the same state. We'll put it that
So
way.
what, is he by like St. Louis?
Yeah.
Okay. So say,
Because I had never heard where the fuck he said he was from. I don't want to put it out there, so everybody. But I was just like, where the fuck is it at?
Yeah,
It's actually
Google
farther,
map it.
It's farther south than St. Louis.
Jesus Christ. He's basically
That's
in
not a
Kentucky.
fun
If you
drug.
find yourself
Basically
in
in
Chicago
Kentucky.
On a Sunday.
yeah, feel free. Swing on by.
Yeah, on a Sunday. No, I'll even reorganize for him. We can go on a Monday or a Saturday if need be, if he makes his 10-hour travel up there.
We haven't updated anybody on the whereabouts of Angry Andy in a while.
no, we haven't.
I don't even know where he's from.
He's in Bermuda.
Oh,
Lucky
Yeah.
he
bastard.
didn't tell me. He's
No.
a fucking prick.
Secret
No.
agent.
Didn't say bye.
Andy.
He just does that.
Secret
He just does that.
agent Andy.
There's one other thing that I want to bring up. Just because I like pissing people off.
Uh-oh.
This past week on our YouTube page,
Why do you keep giving this guy more and more
because it's
time?
fun. Because it's fun. Because it's fun. It's fun.
Jesus.
We had some guy come out and just bitch at us about, because within like the first 10 minutes of the show, we went into a little bit of a review for Uncharted.
Yeah.
Guy proceeded to just like bury us because we were reviewing Uncharted. I'm not even gonna say his name on here. How about that? Does that make you feel
We
better?
can't review any game.
I've moved past him. So
I
don't
have,
care.
but I want to address it to everyone. What we actually do here. Like, I mean, we're guys that sit around and play video games. We're not paid, okay, by fucking
Anybody.
Microsoft or anybody
Even
to
YouTube.
review their games. We go out and we buy our games just like everybody else does. You know what? And I get it. You know, if you hear something on the show you don't like, you got a couple options. You can either, fast forward, stop listening, whatever the case may be. Listen to a different episode. We're not always going to be able to have the same opinions and views as everyone. That's what kind of makes it special.
It's still our show and our content.
Yeah. So
And we hope you agree. If you don't, it happens.
if I want to go on my
We don't-
YouTube page and downvote somebody and then block them from putting comments on us anymore, I can.
But it's cool if you disagree. I actually welcome it.
I love
Like
when they do it
in the
intelligently.
comments, yeah. Like I know Metro Android on a couple occasions disagreed with something I said
yeah.
personally. He does it the right way. He's like, oh, this is why I disagree. This is why, and then I respond to it and we talk.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's an extension of the show. That's
Yeah.
like a post-show wrap-up where you sit around and talk about what happened. And I mean, we ourselves have had heated disagreements about different things.
I've
Yeah.
slapped Tony before.
But
I
like,
enjoyed it.
I don't go, Mark, you're a fucking Sony fanboy, you little bitch. And stuff
just
like
not
that is
true.
just- like, if you're gonna try to troll us, we're
he's not a bitch. He's a slut.
Yeah.
Tony is the bitch.
You're a cunt.
I'm a cunt,
You're a
and
whore.
you're a whore.
You're a cunt for just saying that.
perfect. Now I got it
Or-
straight.
Let me-
The whole
yeah,
point
write
is
that down.
we're all for people having intelligent discussions about what we talk about on the show. We understand that your opinions are going to be different than ours, but you got to handle it the right way. If you just come out and you start blasting people, then we're gonna just tell you to fuck off and block you. It's that simple. And then on mistake, you're gonna block one of your good listeners, Andrew Dillon, and then have to jump on the computer and fix that.
Who I accidentally downvoted this week.
I fixed it.
Oh, did you?
I
Because
fixed
I like my fucking. I was on my smartphone, right? And I'm just scrolling through the comments, and my thumb hits the down, and then it says something, and it won't let me unclick it, and I'm like, what the
I
fuck,
fixed
dude?
it. 'cause
Okay.
You
'cause
downvoted us?
I went to.
I downvoted Andrew Dillon's.
Oh.
It was such like a non-votable. I forgot what the comment was. It was
just
just
like
like
nothing.
Yeah.
like a good show, guys.
Yeah.
Downvoted.
But
No.
you know what I do love about this is that the people who actually listen to us and appreciate what we do spoke up for us.
Yeah.
Before I even made it onto the comments.
You're all wonderful.
That's the thing. You got to look. That's why I think you got a little bit more upset about this than I did. I look at the big picture.
This is not upset.
Just this week alone on YouTube, this past week, excuse me, we had just 100 views on YouTube. That's without Stitcher,
Well, we've had a long
iTunes. I'm
Just
not,
on YouTube.
not the point.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is, say across all couple things, maybe we're creeping up on 200 listeners a week now between everything. One guy is upset. That's really good.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's really you got to take into account the 100. We have the
The
same.
99%.
We have the same 10 or 15 of you out there that comment and ask questions
And
on a
interact.
regular basis, and that's great. And I know there's tons of you out there that have never asked a question. You just tune in, you enjoy the show, you catch a little bit, maybe the whole thing, maybe half it, whatever. It doesn't matter, and then you go on with your life. You don't need to comment, you don't need to interact, but you tune in every week, and we appreciate those too. The thing is, you can't focus on the vocal minority. You can't get upset about the one person who tries to ruin it for everybody
Yeah.
else. You got to realize there's tons of other people out there that just like the show for what it's meant to be, and that's what we're here for.
I totally 100% agree with you. I get that. I wasn't upset, but of course I'm going to defend us and our fans in some regard, and then I'm going to take appropriate action when it's necessary.
Definitely.
So that's the reality of it is, if I don't like what you say, I can block what you say, and I mean I'm not saying that like a dick.
Censorship.
Whatever.
Freedom of the press.
Whatever.
We are the long hand of the law.
That's right. That's right. The hounds of justice.
on this one particular issue.
Exactly.
It won't happen really anywhere else.
We don't give a shit about anything else. But no, I mean that's the reality of it. That's why I did it. I wanted to address it. Case in point, we've had things come up before where people disagreed with content or things that we talked about, and we've played up with
The tournament.
with the tournament, or with the little warning at the beginning of the 1 week show.
Oh, yeah.
We're
so
we're all about having fun, and we appreciate everyone's feedback.
We really do. We read everything. We appreciate
don't like
everything.
it when somebody's going to. I mean, we can take criticism. Yeah.
Well,
I
you guys can't. I can dish it out, but I can't.
I can't take it for shit. I get
man,
stupid.
it's heavy.
I get stupid and block people. But the case in point is, and the reason,
Do you block them?
block.
Yeah.
So you like the banhammer of World of Warcraft? All right.
I just don't care. I shrugged it off right away. I'm like, whatever. Dude.
To be completely honest, if it was my personal page and somebody came and blasted me like that, I wouldn't give a shit. But when I had our fans speak up for us, I didn't want to give that guy an opportunity to.
It's
to
just
then
one. It's
bash
just
them.
one dude. You can't keep everybody happy, man.
No, but I can try to protect our fans the best that I can.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Rock on.
Good job. I think we're done with that issue.
Yeah. Sorry about banning you, Andrew. I fixed it.
You banned Andrew?
Yeah, he said that, but he did by accident.
I just downvoted. I don't even feel bad now. I only downvoted you.
You got downvoted and banned
in the same week.
You guys suck at YouTube. I'm taking over.
God. Yeah, sorry about that, dude.
I like he immediately emailed me, and in like 2 minutes I had it fixed, and that's why in part 2 he says test. It says test.
I didn't know what that was. Okay, now I get it. All right, it's all coming together.
Jason.
Fucking Jason.
All right, keep it going.
As always, you can visit our website page at FwdCompatible.org. You can like us on Facebook at Facebook.com/FwdCompatible podcast. Follow us on Twitter at FCCompatible. Bitch.
No, he's a slut.
Stop. What are you stealing all my shit for? You can like us, comment, and share. YouTube.com/FwdCompatible. Like, comment, share on iTunes and Stitcher. Our PSN and Xbox Live gamer tag is FwdCompatible. You can Skype us at FwdCompatible. And Twitch and Ustream is unspecified, so we're good to go.
FwdCompatible.
Yeah. Steam Community Group, which is steamcommunity.com. /groups/FwdCompatible. And of course, you can always reach us at Old Faithful at FwdCompatible Podcast at
I'm busy.
.com.
And
They'll never know.
before we wrap up,
I'm sorry,
part
I
one,
fucking
that's fine.
left the room.
That's
I had
okay. Before we wrap up part 1, we have this week's Impoverished Geek question of the week.
Fucking dude, he's turning everything upside down.
And it's my week to pick the question.
Why?
You gotta stop banging stuff. That's really loud. Look at
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, stuff's
All right.
going on. You should watch the video of this one.
The question is, what Easter egg weapon can be obtained in Gears of War 3? Okay, again, what Easter egg weapon can be obtained in Gears of War 3? And we want the answer.
What the fuck are you
No
doing?
dick pics. Oh, it may have been dick pic.
Email us the answer
Self-dick pic.
at FwdCompatiblePodcast at gmail.com.
I liked your barking. You were just like, oh shit. This has been episode 76, part 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch us next week, same time, same place.
Watch the video last 5 minutes at least.